comes the radio guy. With all new audio content for the broadcast industry, with voiceover talent, John Gale.
Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to a Monday edition of The Radio Guy. Hi there. Hope you're all doing well. We're streaming a little bit late today, about 18 minutes late, and I'm sorry about that, but, all kinds of technical stuff that happens. Today's no different. We're going to be doing some live radio broadcasts, some audio production over the next, probably a little less than an hour today. We're going to be doing some weather forecasts for around 10 different radio stations using a great digital audio workstation called Adobe Audition CS 2020. This is our audio software production package that's going to be doing all of our audio editing today. As you can see in track one, we already have it loaded up with the music bed for WKAL's weather forecast, which is going to be airing later this afternoon between 3 and 6 p.m. I'm a part of the Radio Forecast Network, and we're a group of around 80 different voiceover artists, some of us meteorologists, some of us just radio broadcast professionals that do weathercasts for around 220 radio stations across the United States. We're just going to be doing around 20 of those, actually even less, because I've already done 10 of them behind the scenes. I did all the dry reads for us already. So we're just going to be doing the production with music beds today to show you how that is done. And we want to welcome you and thank you for being a part of the group today, streaming live on Facebook, The Radio Guy, our channel there. We kindly ask you to share like. The way you do that is hit that little right over there, that little arrow button. That helps you to share it to a group. You can share it to your own page or maybe a radio group page that you follow. If you're involved in radio broadcasting, audio editing, internet podcasting, or radio streaming, anything like that, this is the place that you want to be for the next few minutes. We have lots of fun each and every weekday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. I've been a voiceover artist for like 30 years, and I've done all kinds of professional radio broadcasting, radio and TV announcing, audiobooks, character animation, gaming, characters, all kinds of fun stuff like that. We're going to get started with our very first weathercast for today. It happens to be for WKAL, which is a news talk station located in Utica and Rome, New York. This is a part of Oneida County, 1450 WKAL, an AM signal there. This forecast will be airing today between 3 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is 29 seconds in length. So we'll put 29 seconds on the clock. We encourage you to say hi in the comments section below. Let us know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what nation. We would love to engage with you and welcome you to the Radio Guy today. All right, we're going to get started right away and start our recorder here in Adobe Audition CS 2020. In the second track, you'll see my voiceover highlighting in red in real time there in track 2. In track 1, we have the music bed muted, and we'll come back to that production in just a second. But let's switch over to the forecast view. Let you read along with me. We're going to start with the open, which is up at the top of the screen. This is just basically the copy with the National Weather Service forecast. Since it's airing 3 to 6, we're going to start with tonight's day part, probably through Wednesday, and then finish up with this close down here at the bottom. All right, let's get started. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL weather bug forecast. As we head into the evening, some rain and scattered snow showers expected tonight. A low temperature of around 29 degrees. New accumulation less than half of an inch possible. It will be mostly sunny on Tuesday, a high reaching 33, with a slight chance of snow showers overnight Tuesday evening, a low of 26. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. All right, went a little bit over, as you can see there. So we're going to go ahead and reset the clock and read her one more time, get a little less out of this forecast. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. As we head into the evening, some scattered rain and snow showers expected. Yeah, snow showers. Yeah, that's what we call a mistake here on the radio guy. All right, reset the clock. Let's try her one more time. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. As we head into the evening, some scattered rain and snow showers expected tonight. New snow accumulation less than half of an inch possible. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a low of 29. It will be mostly sunny on our Tuesday. Northwest winds with a high reaching 33. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. All right, that's the forecast that we want right there. Now we're going to switch over to the Adobe Editing Large Screen View and let you see the editing process a little up close and personal. Here's the voiceover with the start of the forecast. Right here, we're going to trim it off. That's the beginning of it. Highlight and delete everything else. We'll pull this back to the front end, the 0 point on the cursor timeline here, and unmute the music bed for WKAL. And then let's see, it looks like we need to raise up the volume just a hair. So we're going to go about 2 dB up on this one. Bounce down both these audio files together as one, the music and the voiceover, mixing them, combining them into a new stereo audio track. We'll add some mastering and effects, some multiband compression, normalization, and equalization. And let's take a listen to the finished product. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. As we head into the evening, some scattered rain and snow showers expected tonight. New snow accumulation less than half of an inch possible. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a low of 29. It will be mostly sunny on our Tuesday. Northwest winds with a high reaching 33. That's your latest official 1450 WKAL Weatherbug forecast. I'm John Gale, 1450 WKAL, more stimulating talk radio. All right, looks good there at the end. We're just going to trim out the rest of this so it triggers right into the next whatever they need it to trigger into. The same here at the front end. We just want to trim off all the dead air so it will trigger right into the production there. And now we will go ahead and bounce it down to its own new track. Let me listen to make sure yeah, we got our volume working okay. Now we're going to save it to my E drive, which is a little SSD E drive that I've got. A little 5 terabyte internal drive that I do all my voiceover work onto. The SSD drives are great because they are basically a machine. They are not a mechanical machine like the old hard drives that had the needle that actually went across and made noise all the time, had a motor kind of inside of it. The SSD drive is really just kind of like a giant, thumb drive, I guess you could call it. All right, we're just going to go ahead and find my forecast here for WKAL right behind my head, and we'll send it. We've saved it now as an MP3 file, and we're going to send it over the internet directly into their automation computer at the radio station there in New York. Let's see. Off it goes into the wild blue yonder there. Okay, on time, good job. We can move on to WGNZ. It's the next station on the list for today's edition of the Radio Guy. We'll go ahead and close out this multi-track session. This is located in Fairborn, Ohio. It's a Christian news talk station. 11:10, we have a long promotional close on this one, and it's going to be 28 seconds in length. We'll start our recorder here and switch to the forecast view, let you guys read along with me again. Long promotional close right here at the bottom, so we need to be out of our weather by about 14 seconds. Here we go. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center, as we head into the evening, mostly cloudy skies, some calm winds out of our northwest, with a low temperature, a chilly 31 degrees. A chance of some rain and snow mixed on Tuesday afternoon. A little to no accumulation expected, with our low temp, our high temperature is what we need. Sorry about that. One more read. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center, as we head into the evening, mostly cloudy skies, some calm winds out of the northwest. Our low temperature, a chilly 31 degrees. A chance of some rain and snow mixed on our Tuesday afternoon, becoming cloudy. Little to no accumulation expected, our high reaching 46. And we're way too long. All right, one more read. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center, as we head into the evening, mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 31. A chance of rain and snow mixed on your Tuesday. Little accumulation expected with a high reaching 46 degrees. More showers on your Tuesday night, a low of 38. When your drain lines are clogged, you don't know what to do, call Greenview Plumbing 937-825-7569. Licensed, bonded, insured for all your plumbing needs. Call 937-825-7569. I'm WGNZ staff weathercaster John Gale. All right, there was a little flub there. We're going to switch back to the Adobe Editing large screen view. I'll let you see what we're going to do to fix that. Here we're going to trim out the voiceover for the weather forecast where it begins. Scroll this back to the front end of things. Let's find that mistake. I believe it's right about here. And take a listen right there. More showers on your Tuesday night, a low of 38. When your drain lines are... All right, so basically I just kind of flubbed up the close, so we'll just trim it out and start it over again here. Wait, we're going to fix that. Trim, we're going to just trim right there. Scroll this back here. Trim and then trim over here as well. Delete the middle there, and we'll just kind of do a little bit of a crossfade there. That should get us where we're going. It does indeed. All right, and again, we need to raise up the volume a couple dB on these. For some reason, my microphone's kind of recording a little quietly today, so we need to raise that up a bit. We'll go 1.7. That looks good. And again, on this, since we clipped it, we got to do the same with this one. 1.67. There we go. 1.8 is fine. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to line this up directly as the stinger begins to fade. That's where the voiceover needs to begin. Not before that, but as that stinger starts to fade right there. We'll scroll back just a little bit more. We should be pretty close to being where we need to be. All right, we'll unmute the music bed there, bounce down both these audio files together, the voiceover and the music bed, into a new stereo track here, add the mastering and effects we need, and let's take a listen. Finished product here for WGNZ. From the Miami Valley's 24-hour weather center, as we head into the evening, mostly cloudy tonight, a low of 31. A chance of rain and snow mixed on your Tuesday, little accumulation expected with a high reaching 46 degrees. More showers on your Tuesday night, a low of 38. When your drain lines are clogged, you don't know what to do, call Greenview Plumbing 937-825-7569. Licensed, bonded, insured for all your plumbing needs, call 937-825-7569. I'm WGNZ staff weathercaster John Gale. All right, that looks pretty good there. We are a little bit over our 30-second mark, so I'm just going to go ahead and trim off the end there, and we're going to compress this digitally. I know. I asked that like it was a question. We are going to compress this digitally. All right, the way we do that is go up to our Effects tab here. Effects, and then we'll scroll down to the time and pitch effect here. And then a submenu will bounce over there. We want the stretch and pitch process. That'll bring up this stretch and pitch effects window. And we have the current duration. You can see we're a little bit over by about half a second, 30.580. The new duration needs to be a 30. We'll just hit apply and boom shakalaka. A perfect 30, according to my good friend Brent Allen from Indiana. All right, sounds good. Let's just listen for a second. From the Miami Valley. Sounds good. And to the end, GNZ staff weathercaster John Gale. All right, perfect 30 right there. Let's go ahead now. We can save it to my E drive, naming it WGNZ AM 80R, overriding yesterday's forecast because nobody cares about yesterday's weather in Fairborn. We want to know what's going on today, right? Let's go ahead and find it and send it via FTP right over the internet on time. Good job. Good job. We encourage you to share. If you just tuned in, we want to thank you guys for being here. I'm going to do a little share here myself. The way you do that, you can hit that little arrow button right there, hit the share button. And we'll go ahead and we're going to share this to a couple groups here with my own normal page here. We'll call it, let's call it live radio production. And see if we can get a few more folks to tune in today. And we encourage you guys to share to your own personal page or share to make a little watch party, something like that. That's always fun. And it helps to just bring in some more folks here into the whole radio guy experience, right? Because that's what we do. We just don't have fun doing production, but we do live production as well as kind of have some fun as we go along. So I want to see if there's anything else here. Audio production learning might be good. Radio stations worldwide. All right. That looks good. You guys can see some of the pages that I follow there. All right, as we welcome some new folks as they tune in, let's move on to the next station on the list. For today's Monday edition of the Radio Guy, we do this live stream, audio production every single weekday at 11:30, basically, Eastern Standard Time. For today, we started a little late. Had some audio issues going on that we had to fix before we jumped into the mix here. We're going to move on to KULH. KULH is located in Brookfield, Missouri. It's a Christian contemporary format. It airs this forecast between 3 and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to put 28 seconds on the clock, and let's switch to the forecast view. Start our recorder in track 2 of Adobe Audition, and let's see what we've got for the Wave Weather Center here. Alrighty, 28 seconds. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, some rain likely tonight with some gusting winds out of the southeast. Our low temperature, 39 degrees. One more. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, rain expected tonight with some gusting winds out of the east and southeast. Our low temperature around 39. Rain with a possible afternoon thunderstorm is in the mix for our Tuesday. Some gusting winds out of the south with a high reaching 51. And rain and thunderstorms again overnight Tuesday evening. Steady temperature around 49 degrees. That's a look at your latest. That's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. Again, we kind of screwed up there at the end again. I don't know. My mouth's having some trouble today for some reason. Let's switch to the Adobe Editing large screen view. Using our razor tool, we're going to fix that here in post, as we call it. Trim it out. Line it up. Again, we've got looks like a stinger there, so we'll kind of line that up ahead of time here. That looks good. Let's find that mistake. Steady temperature around 49 degrees. That's a look at your latest. That's a look at your freight. What was that about, guys? That's a look at your latest. It's right there. All right, so we'll trim right here. And we're going to trim again right over here. Pull that out. Delete it. And just drag this. Do a little crossfade there. Let's see if it's okay. Yeah, it looks all right there. All right, let's go ahead and raise up our volume again just a little bit on this microphone. Where we go? 1.8 is good. Raise it up there a little bit. All right, unmute the music bed here. Let's see what we've got. We'll scroll back and bounce down both these audio tracks together as one, mastering and some normalization, multiband compression. Let's take a listen to the finished product. Here we go. KULH. From the Wave Weather Center, I'm WeatherBug weathercaster John Gale. As we head into the evening, rain expected tonight with some gusting winds out of the east and southeast. Our low temperature around 39. Rain with a possible afternoon thunderstorm is in the mix for our Tuesday. Some gusting winds out of the south with a high reaching 51. And rain and thunderstorms again overnight Tuesday evening. That's a look at the latest weather information from the Wave Weather Center. All right, looks good. We are just going to trim off and add a little fade there onto the end of that jingle. As you heard, they gave me a little bit too much of a jingle. So we're just going to quickly go up to the favorites tab there up at the top and scroll down, highlighting what we want to fade. We'll hit the fade out button. Boom, shakalaka there. A nice little fade. Perfect. And we'll scroll back to the front of things and trim off that as well. So it will trigger right into the start of the production there, into the music bed. Okay. All right, this guy is ready to be exported now to KULH-FM in Brookfield, Missouri. We're just going to name it, copy and paste basically the file name into the export file window, overwriting Friday's forecast, rather, not yesterday's. We'll find the MP3 we just saved, and off it goes via file transfer protocol right over the internet, kind of like old school Dropbox. Big files go over the internet right into a computer folder there wherever they choose for it to go. The FTP unit takes the IP address and it sends it right into that folder. All right, we're going to move on from Brookfield, Missouri to, Chiefland, Florida. WTBH is up next on today's edition of the Radio Guy. We want to welcome Oscar Thunberg to the group. Thanks, Oscar, for the kind words. He says, love what you're doing. Love what you are doing. A fantastic work you have, John. Well, thank you, Oscar. I greatly appreciate that. It's very kind words for you to say. Very, very kind. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up a pre-created multi-track template session here for WTBH. Right behind my head, and I'll just shrink down a little bit and find it here. WTBH FM. 91.5 FM to be exact. We'll start our recorder here in track 2. This one airs today between 6 and midnight Eastern Standard Time. We'll put 30 seconds on the clock. And switch to the forecast view. Let you guys read along with me. Open tonight through Wednesday, and then the close. Here we go. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some light winds out of our northeast, a low temperature around 51. It will be sunny and beautiful on Tuesday, a high reaching 77, with clear skies expected Tuesday night, calm winds out of our east and northeast, a low temperature of 58 degrees. Sunny on Wednesday with a high reaching 80. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. And that's what we call, guys, a one-take Johnny G. We like to celebrate those by blowing up some confetti and making some New Year's Eve horns, that kind of stuff. We're going to trim this up here and get ready to do the production work here. We'll switch to the Adobe Audition large screen view and let you see that process a little up close and personal as we trim out the voiceover. Lining it up, we're going to raise up again the volume a hair. Unmute the music bed, bounce down both these tracks together as one. Adding the mastering and effects that we need. Let's take a listen. Finished product here for WTBH FM. I'm John Gale with your WTBH forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some light winds out of our northeast, a low temperature around 51. It will be sunny and beautiful on Tuesday, a high reaching 77, with clear skies expected Tuesday night, calm winds out of our east and northeast, a low temperature of 58 degrees. Sunny on Wednesday with a high reaching 80. That's the latest forecast from 91.5 FM. I'm John Gale for Joyful Sounds Radio. All right, one thing is that we're a little short on this one, so I'm going to raise this forward a little bit. Let the music bed kind of do a little intro, and then I'll come back in. I'm John Gale with your... That's a little bit too much, so we'll come back a little bit more. Rebounce. Let's see. I'm John Gale with your better right there. Forecast. All right, then we're going to just add a little fade. Sorry, we're going to add a little fade onto the end of the jingle there. So we'll trim off all that 60-second jingle there that we don't need and add, again, the quick fade out there. Boom, shakalaka, boom. Perfect little fade there. Let's listen to that ending. Good, perfect. Okay, we're going to trim off the front now so it triggers right into the production. And go ahead and save this to my E drive. Control-Shift-E being the shortcut to do that. If you have a PC, Windows computer, it's Control-Shift-E. That brings up this export file block. We're just going to name it WTBH-FM EV, overwrite yesterday or Friday's forecast, rather. Find it here in my E drive right behind my head as an MP3 there, and send it on its way over the internet on time. Good job. To WTBH. Now we're going to move on to Dayton, Ohio, WHKO, an urban signal here. My hometown, Dayton. WHKO has a cool little funky music bed. We're going to dance to that here in just a minute. Let's start the recorder here in track 2 and take a look at the forecast. It airs today between 6 and midnight Eastern Standard Time. 30 seconds on the clock, please. Here we go. National Weather Service. See what we got here. From the 24-hour Miami Valley Weather Center for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, light and variable winds with a chilly temperature, a low of 32 degrees. A chance of some rain and snow on your Tuesday. Little to no accumulation really expected. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high reaching 47. A chance of showers Tuesday evening with a low temperature of 40. And that's your Dayton area forecast from the WeatherBug Weather Center. I'm John Gale. Too long or a little too short on that one. We'll go ahead and do another day part. Showers on your Wednesday with a high reaching 58. That's your Dayton area forecast from the WeatherBug Weather Center. I'm John Gale. All right, that's the read that we want. We'll switch over here back to the Adobe Editing large screen view. trim it out right here. Things you kind of got to remember off the top of your head, A lot of times you kind of have to be able to think. You have to be able to think really on your toes when you're doing radio. A lot of times, I remember when we were doing live simulcasts of the Cincinnati Reds baseball games, I would have to listen to two things at one time. Your brain kind of gets trained to hear one thing in one ear and do the other, do something different, and hear something else. So it's kind of funky. Here we go. Let's find where we need to be. A chance of showers Tuesday evening with a low temperature of 40. And that's where we want, a low temperature of 40. And then we'll go into the Wednesday forecast here. So we're going to trim it. I just want to zoom in a little bit closer. Here, we'll trim right there. And then we're going to find the Wednesday right here. Highlight and delete. Pull this back. Now we're just going to basically, again, do a little bit of a crossfade right here on the end of this. Okay. Raise up the music or the voiceover volume a little bit on that track too. 1.6 is going to be fine. All right, we'll unmute the music bed here and bounce down both these audio files together as one. Add some mastering here, some compression, multiband compression, some normalization and equalization right here. And let's take a listen to the finished product for WHKO. Let's all dance along. What do you say? I say so.
From the 24-hour Miami Valley Weather Center for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, light and variable winds with a chilly temperature, a low of 32 degrees. A chance of some rain and snow on your Tuesday. Little to no accumulation really expected. Otherwise, cloudy skies with a high reaching 47. A chance of showers Tuesday evening with a low temperature of 40. Showers on your Wednesday with a high reaching 58. That's your Dayton area forecast from the WeatherBug Weather Center. I'm John Gale.
All right, looks good for WHKO. We're just going to trim off this dead end right here at the end, as well as at the top of the production. So it'll trigger right into that music bed intro. We'll get here out of the disco lights, switch over here to the export file block window, and we're going to name this WHKO FMEV here, copying and pasting in the export file window here. Naming it, making a MP3, 4400 hertz, 16 kilobyte, 128 kilobytes per second, constant bit rate, MP3, for all you technical folks. Overriding Friday's forecast here, we'll find it in my eDrive and send it via file transfer protocol right over the internet, directly into Cox Radio Broadcasting, the folder there for their automation computer for WHKO. On time, good job. We're going to move on down the street now to WCVX, Cincinnati, Ohio. Closing out this multi-track session, we'll open up a brand new one for them. WCVX AM is 1160 AM in Sharonville Forest Park. We will go ahead and start our second track there, recorder. The voiceover track, we've labeled it. You can see me highlighting in red in real time there, my voiceover, making the waveform in that second track. The music bed for WCVX in track 1. We'll come back to that in just a second. Let's look at the forecast view and put 30 seconds on the clock. This one airs tonight between 6 and midnight on 1160 AM. Let's give her a read together. Here we go. Starting our timer right now. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, some light and variable winds with a low temperature around 34. A chance of some rain and some flurries early on your Tuesday morning, becoming cloudy with a high reaching 51. And showers likely Tuesday evening, a low of 42. This weather's been brought to you by Ketmoy, providing design, printing, and promotion services, 513-867-8800. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. And that's the forecast that we want. We call it a one take because we did it in one take. Thank you, Jesus. Using our razor tool, we're going to trim out the voiceover, line it up directly underneath the music bed. Switch here to the Adobe Editing large screen view. We'll raise up my voice track just a couple dB. And bounce down both these tracks together. Adding the mastering and effects we need, let's take a listen. Finished product for WCVX.
From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center for tonight, mostly cloudy skies, some light and variable winds with a low temperature around 34. A chance of some rain and some flurries early on your Tuesday morning, becoming cloudy with a high reaching 51. And showers likely Tuesday evening, a low of 42. This weather's been brought to you by Ketmoy, providing design, printing, and promotion services. 513-867-8800. From the Christian Talk 1160 WeatherBug Center, I'm John Gale. All right, that looks good for WCVX. We're just going to trim off the ends and send it on its way to Cincinnati. Easy peasy. That's how we do some live radio broadcast production, some imaging work, some voiceover work. We're going to Control-Shift-E to bring up the export file window using that shortcut rather than clicking through a bunch of things. We're going to name this WCVX AM EV, overwrite Friday's forecast, and here we'll find it in my E drive. There it is. We just saved it. And we'll send it via FTP over the internet directly. On time, good job in Cincinnati. We're going to move on from Ohio to Palatka, Florida. WPLK is up next. It's a nostalgia station. We play everything 800 AM and 98.3 FM. WPLK, Palatka, Florida. All right, starting our recorder here in track 2 of Adobe Audition. This one airs tonight between 6 and 10 p.m. 30 seconds on the clock, please. Let's take a look at the forecast together. All right, this is near Jacksonville, Florida. From the WPLK WeatherBug Weather Center for tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of our north, a low temperature around 55. It will be mostly sunny, a beautiful day on your Tuesday, a high reaching 75, and partly cloudy skies expected overnight Tuesday evening, a low around 60. Sunny again on Wednesday with a high reaching 79. I'm John Gale from the station that plays everything, WPLK 898.3, Palatka. And that, my friends, is a one-take Johnny G. Yes, indeed, we like to celebrate those. We do indeed. We're going to use the razor tool, trim out the voiceover from everything else, line up, finding the front of the forecast here. We'll switch to the Adobe Editing Large Screen View. Here's the razor tool, and we're just going to trim right there, highlight and delete. Pull this back. Let's raise up our volume again, just a couple of dB. Unmute the music bed and bounce down both these tracks, the music and the voiceover together as one, adding the mastering we need. Let's take a listen. From the WPLK WeatherBug Weather Center for tonight, mostly clear skies, some light winds out of our north, a low temperature around 55. It will be mostly sunny, a beautiful day on your Tuesday, a high reaching 75, and partly cloudy skies expected overnight Tuesday evening, a low around 60. Sunny again on Wednesday with a high reaching 79. I'm John Gale from the station that plays everything, WPLK 898.3, Palatka. All right, looks good for Palatka. Let's go ahead and scroll to the front, just a little bit of some dead air there. And Control-Shift-E will bring up the export file block here. We're going to copy and paste the file name, naming it WPLK and saving it as an MP3. Now we'll quickly find it and send it on its way to Palatka, Florida, and move on to the next station on the list, which is going to be in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Cheyenne and Laramie, Wyoming, KIMX. This is a CHR format, airing this evening between 4 p.m. and midnight, Mountain Standard Time. KIMX is a dual read, two different cities, Albany, in Albany County, called Laramie and Cheyenne, Wyoming. So up at the top here in Adobe Audition, in the forecast view, up at the top we have the forecast for Laramie National Airport there. Regional airport, I'm sorry, they don't have a national airport there. And we want to make sure these are similar. If they are not similar, we have to do them separately. So here we go, 2225, 3438, and 1818. They are very similar. So we will give them a range and do it as one read. All right? Okay, 26 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Let's give it a go. From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie, and for Cheyenne tonight, a chance of some rain and snow early on. Little accumulation possible with some gusting winds. Our low temperature around 25. A slight chance of some snow on your Tuesday morning, clearing up and breezy with a high reaching 38. Clear Tuesday evening, a low of 20. I'm John Gale on Wyoming's #1 hit music station. All right, we might be a little bit shy on that one. I'm going to call it a one take. We'll start it a little late.
Scrolling back to the front end of the sting as it fades out here, as it begins to ramp down. That's where we want the voiceover to begin. We're going to start a little bit later than normal. Zoom in here just a hair more. Unmute the music bed. Let's raise up again the volume a little bit on the voiceover. Add the mastering. Bounce it down rather, and now add the mastering. Let's take a listen. Here we go. Finished product for KIMX.
From the WeatherBug Weather Center for southeastern Wyoming, for Laramie, and for Cheyenne tonight, a chance of some rain and snow early on. Little accumulation possible with some gusting winds. Our low temperature around 25. A slight chance of some snow on your Tuesday morning, clearing up and breezy with a high reaching 38. Clear Tuesday evening, a low of 20. I'm John Gale on Wyoming's #1 hit music station.
All right, that looks good. It just fades out like normal there on the end. We'll trim off the dead air at the very end and again in the front end of things, so it triggers right into the production. Control-Shift-E, the shortcut to export the file to my E drive. We're just going to copy and paste the file name here, KIMXFMEV, overwrite Friday's forecast here, and send it on its way via FTP over the internet, over the river, and through the woods on time. Good job. Now we can move on to their sister station, KHAT. KHAT, a country format here. Let's go ahead and close out the template here that we just finished for KIMX. We'll open up a brand new one here for KHAT. This is 96.7 FM in Cheyenne and Laramie, Wyoming. 24 seconds on the clock. Let's look at the forecast view. A little bit shorter of a read here on this one. Here we go. From the New Country 96.7 WeatherBug Weather Center for Laramie and Cheyenne tonight, a chance of some rain and snow possible with some gusting winds. Little to no accumulation, our low temperature around 25. Some rain and snow mixed on your Tuesday morning, gradually clearing, breezy with a high of 38. From New Country 96.7, I'm John Gale. Have a great night. Hey, Ange. All right, got to do this again. One more. From the New Country 96.7 WeatherBug Weather Center for Laramie and for Cheyenne tonight, a chance of rain and snow mixing this evening with mostly cloudy skies and gusting winds. Our low temperature around 25. A chance of snow on your Tuesday morning, gradually clearing and breezy with a high of 38 degrees. From New Country 96.7, I'm John Gale. Have a great night. That's the one that we want. We'll switch back to the Adobe editing large screen view. Ange, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying healthy. And we're just going to highlight and delete what we don't need. That's the start of the forecast, what I've left. This is a donut. There's a sting in the front and a sting in the back and a hole in the middle for the voiceover. That's where we want to place it. We're going to raise up the volume a little bit on the voiceover, unmute the music bed, and bounce down. Let's look real tight here. Let's see. I think we're all right. Let's go ahead and bounce down both the tracks together as one, add the mastering and effects we need, and take a listen to the finished product for KHAT.
From the New Country 96.7 WeatherBug Weather Center for Laramie and for Cheyenne tonight, a chance of rain and snow mixing this evening with mostly cloudy skies and gusting winds. Our low temperature around 25. A chance of snow on your Tuesday morning, gradually clearing and breezy with a high of 38 degrees. From New Country 96.7, I'm John Gale. Have a great night.
All right, looks good there for KHAT. We're just going to go ahead and trim off the ends here, make it nice and tight for the production. So it triggers right into what it needs to trigger into. Control-Shift-E being the shortcut to save this as an MP3 to my E drive. We'll go ahead and copy and paste the file name here and overwrite Friday's forecast, rather, because we don't care about Friday's weather anymore. We just keep overwriting the new file name with the same name over and over, so we don't keep making new copies. All right. All right, we're going to send this via FTP over the internet to Cheyenne, Wyoming, and move on from Wyoming to Winsboro, Louisiana. This is Franklin County in Louisiana there. Not sure just about where that is, Franklin County. I've only been to New Orleans, so I don't know much else about what's going on there. KMAR FM. Okay. They went 4-day parts if possible. We'll put 24 seconds on the clock. Look at the forecast view with me We'll start with the open here. They want the day name here, which today is, of course, Monday evening. And this will be airing tonight. So we'll go tonight through probably Wednesday. All right. And then the close at the bottom. Let's see what we get starting our timer right now. Let's move this up so I can read a little bit. And helps if we hit the record button here. Here we go. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Monday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of our northeast with a low temperature around 42. It will be mostly sunny, a beautiful day on Tuesday with a high reaching 73. Some gusting winds in the afternoon will give way to showers. I'm way too long on that one. All right, one more read. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Monday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some light winds out of our northeast. A low temperature around 42. It will be mostly sunny on Tuesday with some gusting winds in the afternoon. A high reaching 73. Showers after midnight Tuesday evening, a low of 62 degrees. And that is a look at your KMAR weather. Now I'm too short. All right, one more read and we'll have it. Here we go. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Monday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of the northeast. A low temperature around 42. It will be mostly sunny on your Tuesday with some gusting winds out of the south. A high reaching 73. With some showers likely after midnight Tuesday evening. A low of 62 degrees. That's a look at your KMAR weather. All right, that's the one that we want. We'll switch over here to the Adobe Editing Large Screen View. Trimming out the voiceover here. Finding our eraser tool, there is where we want to trim. Highlight and delete everything else. We'll drag this back, lining it up directly underneath the jingle bed for KMAR's music weather bed here. As the music begins to fade down, that's where we want the voiceover to begin. We'll raise up our voice just a couple of dB here because my mic's a little quiet today. Unmute the music bed. Bounce down both these audio files together into one brand new stereo audio track, adding the mastering and compression, equalization, multiband compression. Let's take a listen to the finished product for KMAR. In the KMAR Weather Center, here's your Monday evening forecast for tonight. Mostly clear skies, some calm winds out of the northeast. A low temperature around 42. It will be mostly sunny on your Tuesday with some gusting winds out of the south. A high reaching 73. With some showers likely after midnight Tuesday evening. A low of 62 degrees. That's a look at your KMAR weather. All right, looks good there. We're just going to trim it off and send it to Louisiana here. Just going to real quick delete the dead ends. And the very end and the very front of things here. So they trigger right into it. Control-Shift-E is the shortcut that brings up this export file window. A little shortcut for you if you have a PC. Gonna name it KMAR FMEV and overwrite Friday's forecast. Now we'll switch views, find the MP3 we just saved, and send it on its way to Winsboro, Louisiana. KMAR Radio. On time, good job. And guys, that's going to be it for today's Monday edition of the Radio Guy. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, on our channel there. Search for the Radio Guy. You'll see my smiling face. Click that channel and then hit the red subscribe button. You'll get notifications every single time we load up brand new content. On your way out, give us some thumbs up. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check us out on social media as well. We're on Instagram with some great photos there. Behind the scenes stuff that you like. We do some crazy stuff here at the Radio Guy, the .Radio Guy there. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. God bless you. Remember, Jesus loves you. So do I. Bye-bye.